my name is Grinnell, and I am the curator of Runway to Freedom. We are in our 5th year, and today we're going to be interviewing Porter Ray, one of our possible musical talents for the show. And this is Ndidi. She is my lead for finding musical talent in Runway to Freedom 5.
Yes, and today we'll be, as Lauren said, meeting with Porter and talking about his musical journey and, talents and how he would be, an obvious great fit for Runway to Freedom. So, Porter, let's start off with just kind of finding out your background. Tell us, how did you get started in this?
Yeah, music.
Mm-hmm.
I've been writing music my whole life, and just trying to rap, my whole life as a little kid. I was always trying to memorize rap lyrics and memorize songs, and I was always writing poetry, and I was writing short stories and stuff like that in middle school. And I think around when I was maybe 13 or 14 is when I really started writing my own music, and started linking with the kids at in high school and stuff like that. I met up with my friend Spencer, who did a few of the beats on Black Gold and stuff like that. And he was that was the first kid that I really started recording with, and we would just be in his mom's basement, and he was making all his beats on the MPC. And I was just kind of joking around with it and just having fun. I was just doing it for fun. I thought it was corny to try and be a rapper back then,
Yeah.
So I was just doing it for fun. I more so wanted to chase after graphic design. And
okay.
I was really trying to get into that. And what really sparked me to start putting out music was him. And I guess that must have been, 06, in 2010 or 11 or something like that. I forget exactly, I should know. But my brother got murdered. My little brother got killed.
Oh, okay.
And that was just a life-changing moment for me, and that it gave me, for some reason or another, it just made me really feel the need to tell my story and connect with people. And so that's when I really started taking it serious, and realizing that would, music and that rap music would be my platform to connect with people and to be able to tell my story,
right.
And articulate my story.
Yeah.
So that was my biggest inspiration. I mean, I always loved rap, and I always, fantasized about being a rapper and stuff when I was younger, but I never really took it that serious.
Yeah.
Until I lost my brother and just felt this need to express myself.
It was an outlet for you, really.
Definitely. Okay, so exactly, and it was therapeutic at the same time.
Yeah.
It still is.
Yeah.
And so I got to. I think it was really healthy for me after losing my brother to sort of put all that negative energy, into something creative, like you said, and be able to express it and get it off my chest. It was a huge part of it.
I agree completely, because when I created Runway to Freedom, it was my experiences with domestic violence and being am I going to stay a victim to that and continue that cycle of being with abusive men, or am I going to overcome it and find a way to help other people by creating the show, and then working with artists and designers and interior designers and the whole networking system of people that want to get involved and have an outlet. So I totally understand that.
It was the exact same thing. Like you said, just the need to. I also wanted to help people. I guess express my story and talk about what helped me make it through my struggles and my hardships or whatever, and hope that maybe that I could connect with somebody and that would help them.
Right.
That I'm sure for you, I mean for anybody, when you sort of fall into or randomly bump into, you hear a piece of music or you see a movie or you read something that just really, really touches you and just helps you, with whatever situation you're going through. And I never thought that so many people would connect with my music, but that was really my intention, though, was to really try and, it's like a call for help, but at the same time, letting other people know that I can be the help for them too.
Right.
The ear, I'm the ear plus the voice. So that was really my intent with getting into music.
That's wonderful too, because it's you're able to heal yourself through what you've been through in your life. At the same time, heal others who may exactly relate to your story or just similar stories of feeling that deep pain.
Right.
You know, all of us have a story. You know, so to keep yourself, to leave yourself vulnerable like that and reach out and to know that's where your music's coming from, you know, it's just so beautiful.
And it's like the realest, like, form that you could give to somebody being that vulnerable and really being, like, raw. And that's when people are, I believe, are the most successful, is when you really put it out there.
Exactly.
Yeah, nah, that was you know, and like my real name's Porter Ray. Porter Ray Sullivan is my full name, and so I didn't want to try to be anybody else or anything like that with my music. I wanted to 100%, you know, be who I am.
You didn't want to like make up a
No, I didn't want to come up with an alias just because Seattle's so small that, like, you know, it's so close knit that everyone knows you, you know. And so I didn't want later on people to see me and my name is, you know, MC whatever, this and that. You know, I want people to say, nah, it's Porter Ray, and then when they listen to the music, they'll say, no, that I know Porter. This sounds like Porter. This is, you know.
And that's a really strong name.
Yeah,
beautiful.
I hated my name growing up, but
isn't that funny?
Yeah, it's become, you know, as I've gotten older, I realize how it's a little bit more rare. I haven't met too many Porters, you know, and a lot of people say that. They say it is a strong name.
Yeah, it is.
So I don't know. I feel lucky now. It's my mom's maiden name, actually.
Oh, it was? Okay,
yeah.
That's awesome. That's cool.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, it's funny when I heard your name, Porter Ray. It's like, I know him. Like, the name was so strong, and it just brought memories or something. It triggered, you know. It's a very powerful name.
It sounds like, not to sound like cheesy or anything, but it sounds like a name that is going to be successful.
A lot of people have said that. It has a nice ring to it.
So then I was like, I need to meet him.
Definitely.
It matches up.
Definitely.
Some people could have that, and it doesn't. It doesn't, but usually it does. So I was like,
Yeah, no, I'm glad. And like I said, I hated my name growing up, but it's turned into a blessing. People are drawn to it, like you said. It sounds, I don't know, it rolls off your tongue kind of nice. Or it sounds like some, you know, people used to tell me it sounds like some designer or something.
Right.
I don't know. It's got that feel. Yeah, so I guess I got blessed. My mom blessed me with a good name.
Your mom. That's so wonderful. Speaking of your mom, so was your mom really encouraging to you through this musical journey? Is she a musician herself?
She's not a musician, but she's really into music. And she's really, my mom's a cultural anthropologist. And so, and she's an educator. Okay. You know, so she's, awesome. That was sort of a huge influence in just me growing up and being exposed to a bunch of different cultures. My mom would always be playing different music in the house. When I was young, she would sing to me in French or sing to me in Japanese and stuff like that. Wow. And you know, this was sort of my way to talk about my culture, like hip hop and rap and like living in the inner city and coming up as a youth. And that was, you know, so the music for me was sort of me trying to equal what she does, but just, you know, talk about how my own culture within Seattle or just within the city. Right. But no, she's been super supportive. She, you know, especially like, you know, with us dealing with the loss of, you know, my brother. I lost my dad when I was 17 also. So like we had been through some losses and I think that it was good for her to see me try and do something that was positive and not really, you know, not lose myself and start getting into trouble or drift into drugs or whatever. Right. You know, you lose a family member, you lose anybody, you deal with hardship, and it gets easy to get caught up in negative energy. And so she's been really supportive. You know, I play all my songs for her, and despite my the vulgarity of some of the lyrics, she you know, she listens to all my stuff and she loves it. She was just telling me the other day, yesterday or the other day, she was like, you know, Porter, you need to print up some of these CDs. I can sell your CDs for you. My friends like your music. And, you know, so she's my mom is my street team right now.
Yeah, that's huge. Because also with, you know, with age, and experience, and being a woman, bringing you that side.
Definitely. I need the guidance. I need the wisdom, you know, but I also need the support because it you know, no matter how hard I'm working, like if my mom doesn't appreciate what I'm doing, you know what I mean? It's like it kind of is. It could just down your.
Yeah, absolutely.
It could down everything. Your whole. You could lose your passion. because the people you care about aren't as passionate about it or don't seem to appreciate it.
Right.
And she fully 100% appreciates it. She hasn't been to any show yet. She's scared of the weed smoke, but she yeah, she don't really.
We could go to the show.
I keep telling her she should come. I think she would really like it, but she's yet to see a show. But she's 100% behind me, and
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's been a huge crush for me my whole life, honestly.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
And so today you're gonna do a piece for us that you wrote, and tell us about this piece.
Okay, so this piece is called The Seeds Thought Would Be Perfect for exactly what you guys are doing. It's a song called Get Your Money Love.
Okay.
Which was a song that I wrote to and about my son's mother. And I just wanted to describe a situation where I felt the need to, in a lot of rap songs you hear about a man in a relationship being incarcerated, and his woman having to take care of the kid, and she has to make sure he has money and on his budgets and for phone calls and visits. In my situation, it was my son's mom who was incarcerated.
Okay.
Wow.
And so I was going to visit her all the time. I was making sure I had to have money so she could give me phone calls and make sure that I could take care of my son. But it was also another interesting situation. So my brother was murdered on my son's mom's birthday, which is really crazy.
Oh wow!
And I had been best friends with her. Like we were best friends through high school and stuff like that. Really close female that I'd always been really tight with. And we just eventually had a son. It wasn't nothing that we planned on doing, but it was something that was supposed to be. My son ended up. So yeah, my brother was murdered on my baby mom's birthday, and my son was born the day after my father passed. Wow. And so it was this crazy situation that I just, again, like we were talking about that vulnerability and something like that, and that's a situation where I felt completely vulnerable, having an unexpected life, which was a total blessing, a total blessing. And I named my son after my brother, and it total blessing. But to be dealing with that, and also, like I said, to be dealing with the situation where I was sort of in the opposite role, you know what I mean? And I just that was something that I wanted to. Something that I wanted to express. I didn't feel like I really heard any song like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where the dude was rhyming about, his the woman in his relationship, being in jail and stuff like that.
That's
and all the hardship she's dealing with.
Yeah, because a lot of times you hear the other side of it.
Yeah.
A mother taking care of the child. And,
so that was something that I definitely felt the need to express. It was a huge part of my life story. Just being, that my son, and just the craziness of the dates and how everything came to be, But me and C's thought that would be perfect for the for the fundraiser and everything.
Yeah. Okay.
And that it would fit. I mean, her and also other women that I grew up with, even my mom and like my auntie. I've been around a lot of women that had to deal with domestic abuse, and that was also part of the reason that I wrote the song too, was to connect with young women, because women are going through hardships just like young men are going through their hardships.
Absolutely. And it's really, really, really hard after doing this show for 5 years to find a man who's willing to speak about that. Because there's the masculinity, there's like the fear of like people clowning, like, oh, why would you talk about your emotions? You don't want to really feel. But
you don't want to come off too sentimental, or but some people you feel like you could get looked at as soft or whatever. But like you said earlier, I think that was I think that's what people really connect to, when people can hear the vulnerability, in your story and what you're talking about. That's, people can see through a lot of that, macho bravado.
And like for Runway to Freedom, we've really based it on New Beginnings, the shelter in Seattle for women and children, but it's violence as like a whole. It's not just just domestic violence, right? Like gang wars, drug wars, all that. I mean, it's all incorporated. The name being Runway to Freedom, it can incorporate everything. All types of freedom. So
freedom from all adversity.
Yes, exactly.
So we would love to hear that.
Yes, let's hear this.
17 when I met her. Was a queen if I ever seen one. Believe, hun, everything I say I mean. Once upon a rhyme, flirt with crime when it's purchase time. It's probably gank, twisted dank, shoplifted, twisted with the top lifted. Yeah, that's how your voice feel, like sunshine at lunchtime. Know your voice real. Please believe every choice real. Girls was playing double dutch, she rolling blunts, twisted Dutch deluxe. Honey life the fastest, trying to double up. North Face jacket, bubbled up. Money in the mattress, she just wanna be an actress. Been saving for her classes, only need a couple months. New connect, clientele, a new block, couple fronts. Get your money, love. My name's Porter Ray. You can find my music at porterray.com. I'm on Instagram and Twitter at PorterBePlaying. Everything is spelled regular, so don't worry about spelling or anything like that. And I have a new project coming out in the next month or two. And we got a show on March 13th at Nectar. I'll be opening for Jeru the Damager. Check us out.